Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another edition of Happy Hour, a very special international edition, as I have my good friend, former roommate, partner in crime, current Londoner, Mr. Tyler Wood. Tyler, how the heck are you?
I am living the dream. It's a little late, but I am way past my bedtime. But I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited to join you, Hayden, partner
I
in
am
crime.
so excited that you said yes, even with the 6 hour time difference.
And I even kind of like did my hair back a little,
I
which is
can
a lot for
tell.
me.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting in the effort to show up today.
Your mic sounds so much more professional than what I imagine what I sound like.
No, you sound great. You sound great. You sound great.
Apple
Tyler,
AirPods.
for the folks watching who don't know you, can you share a little bit about yourself and what you're up to?
Yes. So I live in London, working for JP Morgan. I was previously in New York City and before that in Columbus, Ohio with yours truly, and went to school at the greatest university in the world, Ohio University.
Go Bobcats.
Um, and yeah, I've been out here for about a year now. It's quite odd right now, not like having the ability to go and visit you anytime soon, but I'm living with four fellow mates from the US, and we all get on pretty well, minus like occasional risk game fights. Other than that, it's been good.
I'm surprised that you haven't picked up an English accent yet.
You know, do you not remember me when I tried to do an English accent in college? Like I don't know if you remember this, but I was banned from trying. And so now, like, here sometimes I'll try it with like my coworkers, and they were like insulted. And
And they're
so,
like, no.
like, they're like, you're being really mean. I'm like, I don't mean to. I just like I'm that bad at it.
I'm honestly trying. I'm like, this isn't a joke. Like, I'm legitimately trying.
Effort.
That's awesome. Oh, that's amazing. Well,
I think you guys sound much better than that.
Yeah, you got more time. You can keep working on it. Tyler, the question that I love to open this show with, and for those of you watching, please feel free to answer this question in the comments section below. But Tyler, what is making you happy right now?
Good question. So today's been a weird day because I've gotten like the whole, I mean, like the COVID situation, we all have our like burdens to bear, but I've been coming across like my pillars of what make me, sound is like I've got like the work thing, which is like it's like going all right. Then I got like the friends thing, which has been good with like my flatmates, and it's like the family thing, which like I'm like really close with my family and all that. And like with this whole situation, like all three of those pillars are like kind of shaky, right? And that's like not unique, but it's just like was getting to me today more than most other days. And like the way I found like grounding and like somewhat calm is like the connections that I do have, like I can still rely on. So
Nice.
like this is fun for me. Like this makes me happy. Like being able to like interact with like a really good friend from like a long time ago. Like just like being able to like stay grounded with the people that I like am close with and love. Like I called my mom like when I was like feeling a little anxious, and I was like, oh, like that made me feel better. And like it just made me more like into like I feel like we're all going through something very similar, and we all have like our own burden. So like being able to share that with people and like being able to stay in touch with like my relationships and like reflect and have gratitude towards that has been really good for me.
Nice. So
especially so today.
What I'm hearing you say is that I am making you very happy right now.
Sort of.
I'll take sort of. That's fine. I'll totally
Am I old fashioned?
take that
I
into
just made.
check. That's awesome. I totally feel that. Like being able to like reach out and like rely on people and stay in connection and stay in relationship with people. Like I feel super lucky. I live with Christian. I don't know if you've met him or not, but I live with him. He and I are very much so on the same wavelength. He runs his own business. So it's just really nice to like be with someone else who's like in a very similar situation, who I can go back and forth with. I think that's super duper powerful. I think the other thing that's making me happy is I started like a new approach to making my schedule. So I actually started like time blocking my days and my weeks instead of just like having one massive to-do list, which felt super overwhelming. And I didn't realize just had me in this constant state of like, I'm not doing enough things. And so I started time blocking my schedule this week, and it has been like, it's a total game changer for me. And so I just feel much more grounded and present and centered and productive, and that feels really good.
Do you? So I'm like incredibly envious of anybody who can be organized. Like, period. Like, you remember, like, I was like, it was like timed for class.
I remember that being a problem.
I feel like, yeah, well, I'll be there in like 5 minutes, and it's like a 20-minute walk. And anyways, organization has not been like a major skill set of mine, but I am very envious of people that can do that. One other thing that's been, because I saw your Insta story about it, like, did you come up with this? How are you like staying on top of it? Do you yell at yourself when you don't do it? Like, are you nice to yourself when you don't follow the rules?
I'm pretty cruel. Lots of yelling, no physical.
That's like me on my runs.
Physical. Keep going, stupid dick. Keep going.
So before they go.
It's actually been like I just realized earlier this week, I was like, I felt really like my moods were unpredictable and my energy was unpredictable on a day-to-day basis. And I was like, what is happening? And I realized I was like, I'm not really taking care of myself on the day-to-day in the way that I need to. And there are certain things that I just know that I need to do, like my morning routine and eating well and like, drinking and smoking, like they don't add to, they're more of a distraction than anything else. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to commit like 30 days. I'm just going to commit. I'm going to do these things every single day for 30 days. And we'll just see what happens. And I think one thing that I feel lucky about is like when I commit to something like that, especially when it's bigger, it's like a big thing like that, I'm like, there's no chance of me not doing it. It's like once I've decided that I'm doing it, like I'm just full on committed and I'm just going to do it. So it really hasn't been like an issue. I mean, it's Friday. I kind of want to like have a drink. I'm like, I kind of want to have a drink with you because I want to just like, kick it. But I also realize it's like in service of something bigger. So I'm like, okay with foregoing it for the next couple of weeks. So,
and
positive.
So, but you're like the extreme case that you're like, you're so good at that. Like when you like put your head to something, it's like happening. Like, I don't feel like that's something everybody has, that kind of trait of self-motivation. So I feel like I have to yell at myself or get yelled at to feel really good about
I think it's a practice thing too. Like, it's just like, literally, it's honestly a trust thing. Like, it's a trust with self thing. And the way that you build that is just repetition over time. So it's just like, hey, I'm going to do this one thing today. And then, hey, I'm going to do these two things tomorrow. And then it's like, you just like keep building on it over time so that you get to the point where you're like, reliably, if I say I'm going to do it, like, I know that I'm going to do that thing, which I feel grateful for having developed that. And it's actually a perfect segue into our next question, which is, Tyler, what are you most grateful for today?
Dang, I just did the similar, like the relationships thing. So I'm going to change it up.
To nothing else.
And go to my cocktail. No, the so this morning I woke up
Mhm.
and I woke up at like 6:30, which is like way early for me.
Mhm.
And I went on a run and I liked that. And so I'm grateful for my health and my ability to do those things and go for a run,
Mm.
um, which is nice.
I would
Have
agree.
you been exercising?
I have actually, and it feels so freaking good. Like I obviously have not been able to go to the gym, and so I've had to figure out other ways to
Yeah.
just exercise. And so I've been doing cardio, but I've also started doing like body weight exercises, like
Yeah.
push-ups and squats and that sort of stuff. And I don't know why before this I was like, that's dumb. I don't want to do that. Or I would rather like go to the gym and lift weights or whatever it is. But now I'm actually really appreciating it because it just feels good. Like it physically to get grounded into your body like that. And I love the idea. I love the feeling of feeling like I'm getting stronger. And it's like all stuff that there's no weights, there's no machines, there's no nothing. Like it's literally just you and your body getting stronger. And that just feels really good.
Are you following a like fitness instructor? Do you have an app that you do? It's all you.
No. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning with that kind of stuff, I'm like, I would rather just start. I think this is the other thing too, is like, I'm just going to start doing it. I'm like, I'm not
Mm.
going to try and figure out exactly like what's the best thing or like how to do it, whatever. I'm like, I'm just going to start doing push-ups until I can't do any more push-ups. And then then I'm good. I'll just go till failure. And then over time, I'll like figure out, here's how you're supposed to do it. Or like, here's how you stack exercises or routines or whatever. But I'm in the beginning stages. So I'm like, I'm just going to go do the thing.
If any of you out there are looking for an app, I downloaded
Please.
the Peloton app,
Mhm.
and it's like got yoga, it's got meditation, but then it's got like guided runnings, and then
Oh,
it's got like
cool.
short body weight ones. Um,
Oh,
so like after my run today, I did like a 5-minute ab one. But they also have like 20-minute ones that are like full body and they can do weights.
nice.
It's really impressive. They do like 3-month free trial right now.
Oh my
I just
gosh.
downloaded
Okay.
it recently, so I'm into it.
Just put an affiliate code Tyler W.
I'm making no money.
It's fine. I just get a small kickback, but everyone should go download this application. Oh man, it's so funny. Well, Tyler, we move into one of my favorite segments of this show, which is the random question of the day. Tyler, are you ready for your random question of the day?
Let's do it.
Don't get too excited now. All right, I'm going to generate your random question now. Tyler,
Oh, it's
can
actually
you name 5 things that you wouldn't do for $1 million?
oh that could go. Wow. 5 things. I don't think I would kill anybody for $1 million.
That's one.
I was thinking like I could do like a bunch of like versions of that. I wouldn't stab anybody. I wouldn't like shoot anybody. But we'll just do murder.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Like, oh wow, there's a lot I would do for $1 million. I don't think I would. I don't. I wouldn't self harm
Mm-hmm.
significantly,
Yeah.
probably for $1 million.
Yeah. It's
Mm,
important.
like including, I don't, yeah, that I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't like go against my family
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
for $1 million
3,
or friends, but
4.
some of them like $1 million, and then
Depends.
I would like to think, I don't know if this is true, but I would like to think I would try to like if someone gave me $1 million, I'm trying to think of like really ridiculous scenarios. That's the problem
Mm-hmm.
when I get these questions. I'm like, well, what happens if I'm like asked if I was given $1 million to like save charity and then I had like or like save this hospital of kids or like take $1 million? I would probably save the
Really
like
dark
hospital
either
kids.
or.
scenario. I don't know. The fifth one's
Well,
hard.
I can share with you a couple that came up for me. The first one was things I wouldn't do for $1 million. I definitely would never live with Tyler Wood ever again. Like that's that's
well,
number
you've done
one.
it once, and you can tell everyone how awful it could be. That is true.
I'm like still in therapy because of that experience. Just kidding.
I mean,
wouldn't do
it
that.
does sound. Yeah, I can see that.
I probably wouldn't do
my list.
like heroin. I wouldn't do heroin. I think that's just
for $1 million though, would I get addicted right away? I don't know.
I think it's like a 50-50 shot. So
It's true. It's not worth the risk.
Whatever comes up. Okay, well, let's move on. I think we've got 5 there. So let's move on to another random question. Tyler, if you had to choose, would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too cold. Next question.
All right, that was easy. What I've heard about that though, like that kind of thing, that people are talking about whether they'd be hot or cold, is like you can put on more than you can take off.
That's my go-to. Yeah.
You know? So
I'm not
I get that.
Like once you can only go so far down.
That was too easy of a question. I'm gonna write this website and tell them to develop more difficult questions.
That was fun.
The next part of this show, Tyler, is one of my favorites. So I actually haven't played this since like the beginning, since I started this show. And it's a game called Explain That Photo. And the idea is that Tyler and I have both carefully selected 3 photos from our Facebook profiles. We haven't shown them to each other before this. And so we are going to now show those photos here, and we will have to explain what was happening in that photo. So, Tyler, I know that you have them on your phone. The other option, if you're interested, is if you just want to text them to me or Facebook them to me, I can pull them up here so we can see them in all of their vast beauty.
I took screenshots of them. I'll text them to you.
Okay, text them to me. Perfect.
I don't know. Tell me if the screenshot looks weird.
Okay. Well, while you are texting me that photo, we can go ahead and I'll show my first photo of you.
Oh, good. I'm excited.
All right. So, Tyler, can you explain this photo?
You went to the archives, 2010. Jiminy. Look at my outfit.
This place, it looks a little sketchy where you're hanging out. I didn't know this about your history. I didn't know you associated with these kinds of locations. So I just, for my own, personal sanity, I need to know what was happening in this photo.
Well, did you also know I'm an incredible athlete, and look at my throwing form? That's how I throw a ball. Where am I? I was a senior in high school, and I was a field commander in the marching band.
Mm-hmm.
Proudest moment. And we were told, well, we weren't really told anything. Like the field commanders don't do anything. So like everyone else is like doing practice, and like we don't really, like, we just yell at people and like move our arms when they're not like out there. We did this.
But your form does look impeccable, so I will.
No, we don't have to zoom in. We don't need to zoom in. Whatever you're doing, we can stop.
Okay, all right, here we go. We'll remove that.
Such an athlete.
And we'll move to the first photo that Tyler sent me.
I hope it's in order.
Here.
I had an order I wanted to go in. I did it. Yeah, let's do this one.
Okay.
The first one. Yeah.
So this is the first one that I got, and this is this was
Zoolander here.
I was actually a modeling competition. I had photos taken professionally. No, this is my good friend Shauna, and this was when was this?
I would buy it though with like your photography like friends that you had. Like that feels like
With my face. That's how I normally smile. So that makes a lot of sense. This was 2018, mid 2018. This is my friend Shauna. This is when I was going through my coach's training program, and we were at a hotel downtown in Chicago, and I was just trying on some new, some new moves, some new modeling moves, and someone happened to capture the moment. So thanks for
I like the whole
thanks for sharing
outfit
that.
too.
Thank you. Thank you. That was
I picked it because it was a good picture of you and it also made me
mhm.
laugh.
That's a win. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. So with this next photo here, it's actually really, really interesting that when we were looking at my photo, you happened to mention Blue Steel Zoolander. Because I believe that's also what we're looking at in this photo. So Tyler, can you explain this photo?
This was maybe my favorite like day at Ohio University. Like this is such a fun day. Do you remember this day? This is Halloween
Yes.
junior year at
Mhm,
OU,
mhm.
and I didn't have a costume until about 6 hours before this picture was taken. If you could tell, that's a trash bag and a bandana that I found somewhere. And I think I took like my friend's makeup and just like went straight up. And I really think I pulled it off though.
I agree. I agree
No?
with you. No, I mean it's uncanny. Like if I saw this picture and I just looked at it, I would legitimately I'm like, this is from the movie. Like someone took a screen grab from the movie, and
I really got
that's
too
what this
into
is.
the character that I remember like throughout the night, like people were getting mad at me. Like people would like ask me a question and I would just go
Like, no, Tyler, we actually Tyler, it's the ambulance. They actually
I just tried to
they
engage.
need her name. Incredible. So this next photo that I'm pulling up here, great picture. This is a great this is a great shot.
Several questions about it.
Okay, hit me. What are these questions?
What are those?
These are cargo shorts, and they are highly versatile apparel.
Do you remember?
Not
Do you remember
mhm.
those our senior year? The our business fraternity was at the pledge class. They had a they found this picture, and
Oh,
I
they
think they
did
were
find this
getting after
picture.
you on it, and it was
They
quite funny.
they carg
And you
carg
had such a
hard
funny humor.
carg hard digging those cargo shorts. The other thing I really appreciate about this picture is my friend Ethan's face. It caught him at the perfect moment. I'm gonna have to share this with him later. Actually, Ethan, if you're watching, really appreciate you here,
Oh, I miss
uh,
Ethan,
homie. Yeah,
the
he's
homie.
doing well. I'm gonna talk to him in a little bit, so I will definitely
Tell him I said hi.
definitely tell him that you said hello.
And he still
So
owes me a plane ride over OU. He
okay,
always said he'd do that,
I will
and he never did
definitely
it. And please tell him I'm
I will
not bitter about
definitely
it,
make sure
but
he
it's just
knows.
like he said it, so like I'm just
No,
reminding him.
I don't hear that. I don't hear the
It's not bitter
bitterness in
at
your voice
all.
at
It's just
all.
like something he said, and I just like wanted to remind him of something he said.
I'll remind him. I'll definitely remind him. This next photo,
Oh, good lord!
Tyler, I just was curious
You held nothing
what
back.
was happening here. If you could explain this photo, please.
So I'm at a like top five, maybe top 10 basketball player in the NBA. Anthony Davis is right there in the background, but I could be a little shy sometimes. And he was
Mhm.
like busy, he was talking to people, and I didn't
Yeah.
want. So I was too afraid to go ask for a picture, but I made our friend Liz Doyle take a
Good
picture
friend. Great
of
friend.
me with Anthony Davis because I felt like this is almost the same thing as me going and talking
You
to him.
basically met him. Like you're basically best friends now.
I bet he remembers it.
I love this. Where was this?
That was Charlotte Bobcat Network weekend for OU.
Oh, nice.
We're in Charlotte. He was playing for New Orleans, and New Orleans was playing the Hornets or whatever that weekend. Not the Hornets now, but whatever they are.
Nice. Brilliant. Brilliant. All right, we've
I'm
got
excited for the last one.
one more photo
Yeah.
for me for me here. Hold on. Let me open. I think this is it. Yeah. Here we go. I can't tell if I look upset or confused or
I was getting so nostalgic looking at your pictures because like we were together in so many of them.
yeah.
I was like loving looking through them. And this one, there's like so many from this night to pick from, but this one made me laugh the most.
Love this. We got some CI peanuts and pictures going on in the background. That's brilliant.
Our favorite bar and
Yes.
our favorite place on
Very much so.
maybe like one of our least favorite nights, but it was still really fun.
We won't talk about that. Tyler, we move into the almost last part of this show, which is the quote of the day. And, I was thinking about the quote that I wanted to share today. And I was thinking about you and, who you are and what you represent to me. And so this quote's a bit more philosophical, if you will. It's a bit more ethereal.
I'm getting a Michael Scott vibe.
It's more metaphor than fact. So the quote of the day today is "Hoobity Hop" by Unknown. I know you're very familiar with this quote, so if you could explain for the people watching what this quote means to you.
No, if you know what hoobity ha means, then you're doing something that I don't want to be a part of.
It's the thing that I appreciate about this quote in particular is it's just very versatile, right? Like there's a lot of situations in which you can use this phrase.
Did you see her hoobity ha over there?
It can be used as a question, hoobity ha,
hoobity ha,
a statement, and an exclamation of sorts. But I think there's just a lot of wisdom in this particular quote, and it's something I try and live by. I actually have it. I have it poster size in my room. It's actually above my bed, so when I wake up in the morning, it's like the first thing that I see.
I've never had a tattoo in my life, but I've been contemplating really lately to put that in like scriptures.
Then it's real. Then it's real. Oh, incredible. Well, Tyler, I so appreciate you coming on this show, man. And we've reached the end, and we are at our parting words segment. So, Tyler, any parting words for the folks watching, listening? Any words of wisdom, gems to share?
Let your hats soar as high as your no.
That's brilliant.
That's I for some reason I thought that was going to be your quote of the day.
That was second runner-up, second place.
No, this is so fun. I like this. Like, these are the things that people need to do more of. Like, stay connected with people. We're in a weird place. Today I was in like a weird vibe, and then I got out of it because I started talking to people. I had this to look forward to. Like, I had like things going on with like relationships that I like value, and like
Mm-hmm.
right now sucks, but like we don't have to like be so serious all the time. Like,
I agree.
it's time to just enjoy each other and yourself.
Those are words to live by. Well, Tyler, appreciate the heck out of you, man. Love you very much. I can't wait to see you in person in the very
Yes,
near future.
6 feet apart.
Yeah. And for everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday.
Thanks, Hayden.